Good afternoon, everyone. It's afternoon, alright. And welcome to the stream. I'm Martin Wenzel. I do have a fan on, that's why my hair is blowing around. Welcome to the stream. This is Microsoft Flight Simulator. We're going to be doing a world tour flight today, and we're going to be using a FS HUD ATC, which I've only used once before, and I think is causing problems with my sound. That's why we have no music playing. And at least for me, I'm getting my Microsoft Flight Simulator sound is going up and down. By playing music, it's going up and down, and you guys can hear that if it's on the music. And I don't think you guys can hear it with the game sound itself. It's staying steady, I think. Let me know how it's going. I need to look into that, figure out what it is, because that's the only thing I know that could have changed. We are at Dublin Airport in Dublin, Ireland, and we're going to be flying to, let's see if I can get it, Keflavík Airport in, I'm not even going to try to say where it exactly is, but it's in Iceland, and we're going to be on Icelandair. It's flight 417 on the Boeing 737-700 from PMDG. So it's going to take a little bit of time to get this plane started because I'm not as adept at it as the Airbus right now. This is a terrible in-game airport. You can see the ground level changing and everything. I don't know why my frame rate sucks so bad. So I mean, just look how awful that is. That is bad, and there's no fixes for it. No one's done a fix for it, a freeware fix. I bet there is a payware for this airport, for sure, but I don't have it because I don't fly out of here a lot. I'm not going to fly out of here a lot after this because it's just a terrible, terrible airport. As far as the ground is doing. All right, I'm going to pop open this display here so you guys can see this. There it is. There's this is the FS HUD ATC. So what I'm going to do is start sim brief flight because I already have it. Make sure our call sign is Icelandair 417. Continue. It's going to give us our vertical profile, and then we're going to start the flight. It's got our flight path and everything, and it will follow this. I don't know if it will change depending on the weather, if it will change our arrival runway. That'd be pretty cool. But so far, I've noticed it gives us our clearance well in advance, so we're not getting lost coming in. So we're going to start the flight, stand by. While it's doing that, I'm going to get inside the plane. There we go. I'm just going to turn up this panel brightness right now so that when we get everything started, it'll shine nice and bright. I am going with live time. Again, I don't know what's going on with the frame rates today. Usually this plane, there we go, frame rates are a little bit better. This airport is eating the frame rates for some reason. So just going to turn the main panel brightness up as well. Unfortunately, the ATC disappears when I go off of focusing on Microsoft Flight Simulator. So that's what's happening there. All right, so we're gonna first things first. I want to turn on the battery so we can. This is what happens when I can only sim once in a while. All right, battery's on. I can't hear anything because the sound is going on and off. So I'm going to put my headphones on. There you go, now I can hear it. Yeah, my sound is going up and down, and I don't know if it's because of this ATC. I hope it isn't, or if there's a fix for it. Alright, so we got the battery power on, so we can go down and go to FS Actions, Flight Simulator Actions, and we're going to Ground Services. Get the GPU cart over here. Fuel we're going to have to do a little bit later. Well, actually, I'm going to go right back here. We want to go payload, set empty. There we go. Same with fuel. Or fuel, I'm going to go 1,000. I like to just keep a little bit of fuel on and then we can get the rest. For some reason, it's switched to pounds. So I need to figure out where I can fix that. Why? Why is it all in pounds now? Now I can't. How do I get... Okay, how do I get to the menu? There we go. Okay, I had this, it was set in kilos. Is that something that's in the... Because I just did an update. Is that in the ops center? This is going to be really annoying if it's in the ops center to do that. It shouldn't be. No. Okay. Where? Oh, there's lots of pages here. Alright, sorry about this. I don't know why it's switched back to pounds. It should be kilos. Because that's going to cause some issues for us. I don't know why it did that. Didn't have this problem before. I swear, every time. There it is. There it is. Okay. Back to the menu. Alright. So FS actions. Alright, so we have the battery on. I want to get the gangway out. So we got our ground power. Fuel we'll get a little bit later. We do have jetway entry, so jetway, I don't know if it's out, but I don't think there's a way for me to call it. We'll get this passenger and all this stuff set up a little bit later. Alright, so we're going to go back up here. We're going to make sure battery on and covered. Sorry, too high. Battery's on and covered. DC selected the battery. This was going to be standby power. Master console disengaged. Hydraulic pumps all off. Fuel pumps all off. Interior lights as required. We'll get some more of those as we go. Cabin utility power on. IFE passenger power, I think. I always forget where these are. I'll just go through with a flow at a later point. Alright, back to that FNC menu. We're going to do ground connections. Wheel chocks are set. Ground power connect. Back up here. We can go ground power, and we'll turn that on. Emergency lights armed and covered. Position steady. Logo light on. We'll put the wheel lights on since it's getting dark. I am on live time, so it's about almost 7 p.m. here in Ireland now. I was hoping to take off probably 3 hours ago, but so we might be landing at night up in Iceland, but I think as we go further north it's just going to stay light out, which is pretty cool up there. We'll turn the wing lights on and get down to drop the master caution. Seatbelt auto and on. Gonna go back in here and start getting our fuel and all that stuff. So, looking at my flight plan, we need 11,016 kilos. So I'm gonna go 11.5. I'm gonna request the fuel truck. I'm gonna go to the next page. Passengers today is... close that now. There we go. Passengers today, 146. Only 128 of... That's weird. Okay. Only 128 available on this plane. Why? I don't know why SimBrief has 146, but then here it's 128. Whatever. Let's go like that. Cargo. I did do this for the right plane, right? Yeah, Boeing 737. We're on a 737. Weird. Cargo. 3.2. So we're gonna do. I'm gonna do 15. I'll just do 1600 both positions. I'm just gonna request all these and return. One more time, go through here. We do have our power. Fuel truck is here. Start fueling. There's the fuel truck. You see the loaders coming. Let's see. That's what I need. Pushback helper, and I'm gonna get that jetway out. I don't know why that master caution keeps coming on. Alright, we are fueling. Going back to my checklist, we can do the seat belts. We're gonna go auto and on. We'll just go auto for now. Okay. Alright, recirculating fans. We want those set to auto. Pack left, auto. Right, auto. Autopilots are off. Speed brake, check down and off. Yep. Cockpit voice recorder, engine fire test. Let's see, engine fire test, I believe. We're gonna be up here. Actually, we should start doing the. Make sure we get our navs going here. So we did test, and then we're at heading and STS status, heading status, and we're at a line, and then we're going to switch to nav. I'm not sure where those fire tests are. Flight recorder's over here. Okay, so 9 minutes until we're aligned on the navigation system. Back to the FMC. Why is it? There we go. Back to the FMC. We're going into the FMC menu. Index. I want to go to pause init menu. So this one right here. So we're going to put in our reference airport, which is Echo India Delta Whiskey. We're at gate 312. And let's pull those coordinates. Alright, next page. Okay, you can pull them from there also. Okay, route page. Origin, Echo India Delta, it's already in there. And then we're going to Bravo, India, Kilo Foxtrot. Flight number is 417. You can actually request the flight plan, I think. Nope, I don't have that. Runway, today we can request our flight clearance, so let's do that right now. I'm going to bring this back up on the display, and let's request flight clearance. Redback.
Dublin ground 121.8.
Okay, so
Contact Dublin ground 121.8. ICF 417.
awesome. All right, this is really cool. This actually even shows us our route on the ground where we need to go. It's gonna be a little hard to get there, but we're going to runway 28. Our initial climb is to 4,000 feet. I hate using the mouse wheel to do this, but I believe... Actually, I think if you just hold down the button on your mouse, it's quicker. Hey, John. Sorry, I was looking, doing a lot of different things here. All right, welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. All right, 4,000 feet. We do have our squawk 6555. It's right there. Hopefully you were able to hear the ATC there at the end. I had to switch the audio. Got disconnected for some reason. Nothing else we need to do. So we're going to look, I believe, back into our FMC. And runway 28 left. Alright, next page. We put in our route. Okay, I'm going to go and back to here. I don't know why. Let's see. There we go. So here I can do my FS actions. I'm going to go into ground services. We're fueling, and not sure why I can't start the boarding. Oh, there we go. I don't want stairs. Well, the stairs might come in here and that might let us board. For some reason, it's not letting me use the jetway. I'm still having trouble with this. Maybe I have to open the door. Let's do that. That might do it. A lot of little things. Let's see if that did it. There we go. Start boarding. So you can see passengers coming on. That's going to change our payload. I'm also going to open PackX. I like to use PackX as my passenger simulation. Also adds music and some other things. And once we're up in the air, I'll give you a look at what PackX is, if you're wondering. Passengers on board. Alright, I guess. Yeah, I'm having a lot of issues with sound for some reason. Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's something is messing my sound up. I think it's the ATC program, and it's messing my sound up because basically anything that isn't my like my Microsoft Flight Simulator audio keeps getting cut out, but for you guys, it stays stable. But like my PackX audio and all that's messed up too. So it's really frustrating. I don't know what the deal is with that. So I'm gonna have to look that up once we get up in the air, why it's doing that. Alright, So passengers are coming on board on both those. Let's see. Alright, so we are on our route. So we're going to bring up, if I can find it, flight plan. There it is. Yeah, flight plan today is right there. So we got that clearance. We're going to, I want to go to departure arrival first. Departure, runway 28, and we're going to go out Surox. Lots of standard instrument departures here. Surox 2 Alpha. Back to our route. So now we're to Surox. Okay. Direct, we're going to Ernan. And then to Gomup. The Brekkie. Baslu. Next page. And then it's going to be Baslan. So we're going to go activate, execute, go to arrival. Arrival, our plan is runway 01. Let's see what the navigraphs have. ILS Zulu, runway 1, coming in on the Basla 3 November, and transition is Daxon. Execute. Check that route. Okay. Put away the flight plan for now. Checklist, continue. Let's see, performance NIT page. Alright, this is going to change as we load, so we're going to come back to that. Cruising altitude is flight level 360. Yeah, I'm really sorry. I don't know what it is, and I can't find a setting in the ATC program that's causing it. So we're gonna figure out that sound thing later. Let's see. I need reserves are about 5,000. Let's make 5.0. Cost index 5. Transition altitude is, it was 6,000 feet. Again, sorry for it taking so long on this. It's, you know, with this plane, it's kind of remembering how to do it every time I get in here. That's the N1 limit. We'll just go like that. I think you can make this higher. So I'm going to go 50. This will actually lower what you need for takeoff. So this is kind of like in the Airbus, you do your like your flex takeoff. Usually that's around 60 degrees. Here we'll do 50. Takeoff page, flaps, usually going to be 5 degrees. Center of gravity, that's going to keep changing as we go along. So we're going to go back to performance until we get all of our passengers on board. Check over here. We're at 107 passengers, so we're almost there. Start loading. And the fuel we can release. Alright, we're going to go right here. We're going to put our fuel pump aft number 1. Turn that on. We're going to start the APU. So right up here. So if you go APU start. There it goes. While we're doing that, we're going to check, make sure all these, turn on our yaw damper. You're going through, you want to make sure these lights are cleared. This one, once I believe our fuel is in, that should come up. That light should go off. Yep. You want to do a light check again because that light might just be broken. Okay, it is working. Welcome in, everyone. We're doing World Tour Flight 160 from Dublin, Ireland, up to Iceland. I'm not going to try to say the city names. I'm going to just butcher them. And we're in the PMDG Boeing 737-700. Flying Icelandair. Alright, and I think we have all of our passengers on board. Let's check over here. We're going to start loading the forward cargo. Next. And there's all of our passengers. Okay. So what we're going to do, back over to this page, check out our, it's probably going to keep changing because we're still getting the cargo on board, so just sit back and wait. If you are wondering, let's kind of just jump up here. Up here in the corner, I have, this is a FS HUD if you're just joining, this is FS HUD ATC, I believe it's about $35, newly available in the last couple weeks for Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's a great ATC program for Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's also for Prepared 3D, and it's just such an upgrade. I think they did a few updates just today or yesterday, so we should be a little bit better going. I'm not sure. It follows your flight plan. I hope that it does have some deviations depending on weather, so you're not always just on a rail. But it is nice to kind of know what your final runway and everything's going to be, and instead of them changing it 100 feet before you land and say, oh, we want you to take this approach and land at the opposite runway, they tell you at about 10,000 at least, as you know, which is more realistic. All right, so we had the APU starting up. You can see it's available, so we're going to go Gen 1. Oh no, we want the APU gen, sorry. Those gens on. Lead switch, check that that's on. That's going right there. You can hear it. Engine bleed switches are also on. And we're going to switch to the APU selector. Turn off the ground power at this point. And we're going to jump down here and release the ground power. Hey, Bulldog Blitz! Welcome in. Welcome to the PMDG 737 as I slowly make my way through the startup.
Gentlemen, and welcome aboard flight 4.
We're having some sound issues. The sound keeps getting turned down. For me, everything is getting turned down on my end. I think Flight Simulator's staying steady for you guys, but PAC-X is getting turned down. So you notice that? They just kind of turned down. I don't know what's going on with it. It's really annoying. And so far, I'm a little disappointed. I haven't heard other planes getting clearance on this channel. Usually you'll hear the other planes here at the airport. So I don't know if something's broken. What's going on there? Let's see. We got our squawk. Altimeter. I'm just gonna hit the B. That's gonna give us our... For some reason it's in inches. I'm not sure why. That's why. 1020 for our barometric pressure. We have our first altitude, 4,000 feet in there. FMC. We did our departure arrival. All that. Route page. We executed. Takeoff flaps. I want to go back down here. And we should be getting close on being fully loaded. Alright, so we're going to release these carts and loaders. Once this is loaded, we're going to be ready to go. We're going to just get a few more pieces of information into our performance page, and then we'll request pushback and startup. I swear this Aer Lingus is just going in circles over there. Yep. So that might be part of the problem, is that AIG traffic might not be working correctly at this airport. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kill AIG. Surprisingly, no planes disappeared, which is odd. Really weird. Alright, release. It looks like I actually have stairs here for some reason. We can... let's see. Oh. Stairs shouldn't be there, but they are for some reason. Alright, back in here. Make sure our zero fuel weight is correct. Execute. Plan. I think it's 11.0 is what we really needed. I'm not going to do the cruise wind, but you can do that if you need to. It's a lot more information you could put in if you wanted. I'm going to put 50 degrees outside to trick the plane so we don't need as much thrust to be taken off. Our takeoff center of gravity is going to still be 24. Trim 5.51. Should wait for me to move. There we go. So let's get that at 5.51. There we go. And get our takeoff speeds. Alright. Next, we do have a dry runway. We could put in the runway wind and stuff. There's a lot of information. Probably, I'm not sure how much they put in real life, but there's a lot that you can put in to make sure everything is on point. Any case, we are good to go. So I'm going to do the... I'm going to use the... I think I'm going to use this one. Get an idea where I am. I always get confused on these pushbacks, like which direction is what. But we do have pushback right here. So we're gonna go push style, standard left. Turn the nose right. Okay, so I think that's the... want our nose to the right. So standard... I like to dot the I. That's what we're going to do. We're going to remove the chocks. Select our tug. And we're going to ask for pushback and start up.
Dublin ground, ICF417, gate 312. Request pushback and start up.
ICF417, pushback and start up approved.
Pushback and start up approved. ICF417.
Yeah, unfortunately, so far I haven't heard other planes, and I think that's because my Alpha India group traffic is broken somewhat at this airport, perhaps. Alright, so we're going to go right back in here. And we're going to first... What am I doing? Okay, parking brake is released.
China ground, 559.
There we go, we actually
Parking, 5. Request taxi.
559er, taxi to holding point, runway 25.
So this is kind of irritating,
Runway 25. 559er.
is some of these call signs are missing, like,
559er, contact
I have to figure that out.
Tower, 118.7.
see some of these-
China Tower, 118.7. 559er.
some of these planes are British Airways, but unfortunately they're just coming in as 559 because the call sign is missing. Alright, where am I? Okay, so we can start that pushback.
Go ahead. We've been cleared for pushback and start. They want the tail to our left. Roger that. Ready to push. Tail to the left. Parking brakes off.
Parking brake is off.
Dublin ground, 4466. Heavy. Parking, 67. Request push.
There it goes. Okay, so we're gonna do our startup. So ignition selector, I believe, is all right up here. I started the 737 a million times in X-Plane. So we're gonna do left, and we're gonna go start engine.
446.
There you go.
Heavy, contact Dublin Tower, 118.6.
Contact
Fuel
Dublin
control.
Tower, 118.6. 4466. Heavy.
Why am I not seeing the fuel control switch? Hey, it's our. Alright, so you can see our turn. This guy's glitching out. Alright. Well, something's coming up, but it's not starting the engine because I don't have my fuel. I don't have my fuel pumps on, that's why. Fuel pumps, hydraulics would help. I feel like we missed a whole bunch of steps in here. You know what I mean?
Dublin ground, 4466. Heavy. Runway vacated with Papa 1.
4466. Heavy, continue taxi via Papa 1.
Continue
What did-
taxi by Papa 1. 4466. Heavy.
What did I do wrong? What am I doing wrong here? Where? Oh, crap. Left engine. Fuel control switch on. Why am I not seeing that? What? I love this plane and then I completely forget how to fly it. This is what kind of sucks, is that it's like I can't fly every day. What is the fuel switch? I'm looking at it, I'm just completely missing it. This is so embarrassing. I've never had this trouble before. Okay, this is cut off. But we put that later. Right? Is this the fuel switch? It just says on. Brown. What? I am very confused right now. Control switch. This is what happens when you fly too many different planes. You get... Like, I know the fuel control switch on the CRJ. I have no idea. Why is it fuel control switch? Okay, wait till engine 1 at N2 20%. What does that mean to? See, I'm not getting anything there. Oh, you know what I did? I have my packs on. See? All these checklists you have, and then they forget to tell you to turn your packs off. They always do that. Alright, so we are now starting up this plane. There you go. It should, so you can see the N2 coming up now. There we go. And I believe that fuel switch, control switch, is actually this. You pull it to idle. This checklist is a little weird. There we go. We got so much stuff glitching out at this airport. This is not VATSIM. I'm on. I'm using. You can see right up here. This is ATC. Whoa, 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 whoa! Where are we going? Should probably put my parking brake on, right?
Please note, the cabin lights will be dimmed for departure and landing. If you
Oh
require
my goodness.
additional lighting,
This is FS HUD ATC. So it's offline ATC. It's a vast upgrade over the regular in-game ATC, but not VATSIM. Alright, so we do have our
cabin is secure.
engine ready there. We're gonna go let's go over this way. Engine 2. So once we get to 20%, we're gonna pull up from cutoff up to idle. Yeah, so Simple Pilot, this is not VATSIM, but it's really good. And issue I have with VATSIM is that I just don't have I don't have the time for it to get good at it, and I also don't have a lot of places I fly. There's just not VATSIM coverage when I'm flying, so it's almost pointless. You know, maybe one other plane will be in the area, but you're not gonna have ATC or whatever. Here, I get the ATC. I use my Alpha India Group AI traffic, which is glitching out this airport because this is a bad. Dublin airport is just terrible in Flight Simulator. Holes everywhere. The terrain is all messed up. All right, so we got our engine. Engine generator switches on. I think I already have them on. There you go. Engine generator switches on, and we're going to select the Gen 1 for our power. And APU is going to come off. APU bleed off. Packs back to auto. Pitot heat switches, probe, those are going to come on. And window heat as required. We'll put those on. Engine anti-ice and wing anti-ice as required. Yaw damper on. Flaps selected as entered in FMC. Just come down here. You just click on that 5 and it will automatically move the flaps into position. Auto brake to RTO. You see the flaps coming up to 5 right there. Pushback is at an end. Taxi lights on. Runway turnoff lights on. Seatbelt signs are already on. TCAS test. Let's see, where's that TCAS? It's not this panel brightness. Where's the TCAS? There it is. Oops.
TCAS test pass.
Alright, and TCAS will set to Tara. Now let's get our taxi clearance.
Dublin ground, I-7417, request taxi.
I-7417, taxi to holding point, runway 28 left, via Lima India November Kilo 3, Lima India November Kilo 2, Echo 1.
Taxi to holding point. runway 28 left via Lima India November Kilo 3, Lima India November Kilo 2, Echo 1, ICF417.
Okay. So here we got someone online. That's not one of my AI planes. Alright, so we got our clearance. Let's see. Taxi to holding point. There we go. Let's turn off parking brake. And we're already rolling because we're kind of going downhill. Goodness, what a mess this airport is. And I'm getting terrible frame rates. I don't know what is going on. My sim is like, I don't fly for a week and I come back and everything's just janky and broken. Hopefully once we get in the air and hopefully coming in Iceland will be better. Verify takeoff speeds. Alright, we're going to do that when we get to our holding point. So this is link 3. You can see it's kind of giving us this. It's going to... We're supposed to follow it exactly. The problem is, it's kind of weird here. So we're actually not following the taxi precisely. Hopefully that doesn't break the ATC. One thing they updated with the latest update for this ATC program is you don't have to start it on the ground. You can actually start it at any point in your flight. So that's really cool. I think they just updated that today. So this kind of gives us direction where we should be. So we actually technically should be over there, I guess. But you can see it's a big giant hole. It's just just an awful auto-genned airport. Kind of sucks when like a major airport for a country like Dublin for Ireland is just absolute garbage. Just a hot mess. Alright, now we're on link 2. Hopefully you don't hit too much big bumps. You can see Echo 1 coming up. That's going to take us to runway 28.
Ground 3542, parking 8, request taxi. IC417, contact Dublin Tower 118.6.
Man, I don't know what's going on with the frame rate.
118.6, ICF417.
Oh, okay. I see what's going on.
Runway 11.
A little confusing because 2 8s over there, 3 4s right there.
113542. 3542. Contact Shannon Tower 118.7. Contact Shannon Tower 118.7. 3542.
Dublin ground, luxury 4884, gate 311, request pushback and start up.
4884, pushback and start up approved.
Pushback and start up approved, luxury 4884.
This is a really weird... Actually, should probably hold back there.
4884, taxi to holding point.
Dublin Tower, ICF417, runway 28 left, ready for departure.
Alright, runway lights on.
Line up, runway.
Position lights strobe and steady.
Line up, runway 28 left, ICF417.
Alright. Make sure our flight director is on.
Icelandair 417, wind 270 degrees at 12 knots, runway 28 left, cleared for takeoff. Runway 28 left, cleared for takeoff, Icelandair 417.
Alright, where's my transponder? Yeah, that's all on. Okay. Jeez. Yeah, it shouldn't do that. that shouldn't happen. It should actually be interacting with the AI traffic. That might be someone. That just might be someone online, because I do have online. So if you guys want to join in on the flight, you can. This is typically why I don't like doing it, because I want the AI to land when they should be landing. Alright, we are ready for takeoff, so here we go. Oh, sorry about that. I need to verify my speeds. Takeoff. Speeds slightly changed for some reason. Alright. I couldn't hear what that warning was.
Demoting. Positive rate of climb.
Gear up.
Dublin Tower, Shamrock 182, runway 34, ready for departure.
Shamrock 182, wind 270 degrees at 12 knots, runway 34, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 34, cleared for takeoff, Shamrock 182.
Icelandair 417, contact Baldano, approach 122.0. Contact Baldano, approach 122.0. Icelandair 417. Baldano, approach Icelandair 417, 02 Alpha, departure at 3,500, climbing 4,000.
Icelandair 417, radar contact, continue climb, flight level 90, UN8 1020.
Continue climb, flight level 90, Icelandair 417.
Yeah, let me know how that sound is. If that ATC is too loud, let me know.
Baldano approach, Shamrock 182, Orbit 1 Hotel, departure at 3,300, climbing, flight level 130. Shamrock 182, radar contact, continue climb, flight level 130, UN8 1020. Continue climb, flight level 130, Shamrock 182.
Standard pressure. Alright, so we're at 250 knots, under 10,000 feet. I'm going to turn off the taxi and runway turn off lights. Disarm the ground spoiler. Yeah, let me know if sound is cutting out for you guys. It's cutting out for me, and it's cutting out on secondary programs like PAC-X, or if I have Spotify playing.
Approach, Scandinavian 2566, Bravo Oscar, Foxtrot Uniform 1 Alpha, departure at 3,600, climbing, flight level 90.
Alright, so we're climbing.
Scandinavian 2566, radar contact, continue climb, flight level 90, UN8 1020. Continue climb, flight level 90, Scandinavian.
Alright, so 90 was our ceiling. We just passed that point.
Climb and maintain, flight
ICF417.
Keep bumping off the VNAV. Alright, flying to flight level 160. Again, hello to everyone who's watching right now on YouTube and Twitch. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button on YouTube. It's free. Same with on Twitch. That follow button is free. And if you're so inclined, you can hit the subscribe on Twitch and help support this channel and this stream financially. But it's not required. This is World Tour Flight 160. We're flying into every country and territory in the world, and we just left Ireland, which we got last flight on 159, and we're going to be flying up to Iceland. We're going to be bouncing back between Iceland. Next flight, we're going to go over to the...
Flight level 220. Climb and maintain flight level 220. Shamrock 182.
Oh, that wasn't me. Oops. I'm not Shamrock. That was last flight. We're going to be flying from Iceland over to the Faroe Islands, and then back to Iceland, and then Iceland over to Greenland, and back to Iceland, and then Iceland finally over to Canada, and we'll be doing the Americas for the next few months after that. But this is Flight 160, Dublin, Ireland, up to Reykjavik, or Keflavík, Iceland. I don't have it right in front of me. Alright, making our final turn towards Surox here on Surox 2 Alpha standard instrument departure. And
Scandinavian 2566, climb and maintain, flight level 190.
the flight ceiling...
417, climb and maintain, flight level 240, contact Cork, radar 118.8.
Climb and maintain flight level 240. Contact Cork, radar 118.8. ICF417.
So you can see right here it says...
Cork radar ICF417 inbound Surox at flight level 160.
Okay, we're switching.
Climbing flight level 240.
ICF417, radar contact, continue climb,
That's the talking.
flight level 240.
Continue climb flight level 240. ICF417.
Alright, so Cork just cleared us above this restriction. So here's a restriction, flight level 160B. That means we need to be below flight level 160. And it's the same on the chart. Give you a look at that chart right here. Pull it up. There it is. You can see right there, Surox. You got the line, flight level 160. That means that's our ceiling. We're currently not climbing, and I think that's because... I think I need to do... I'm going to wait. Now, they did clear us, so I'm going to hit altitude, intervention, and it should start climbing. Like on the Airbus, it will not let you climb unless you clear that limitation, which I just learned last time. Hey, Sasha. Are you one? Yeah, I'm late. I started about 12:30, so did some errands in the morning. That way I could do a couple flights here in the afternoon and not have to worry about not getting those things done. Alright, so we are climbing to flight level 240. We're kind of breaking this flight restriction that was here. It's now gone. You can see on the chart we had a flight restriction, or a level 160, but ATC did give us clearance. And that's what I like about this ATC, it works. Let me just throw that back up on the screen for you guys. So here it is. This is FS HUD ATC. And really cool, it shows you your waypoints coming up and what flight level you're going to be cleared to and all that. Last flight I did, over to Dublin, from Gatwick to Dublin, we never got cleared to our final cruise, but I think it's because our descent came up so quick. Yeah, Sasha, I'll do one after this flight. I'm not sure which flight I'm going to do yet, but I do have a number of flights.
Proceed direct in and
Proceed direct in ICF 417.
Alright, proceed direct. We're going to Ernan. Alright. I do have a number of flights prepared. We can either do the next World Tour flight, which will be over to the Faroe Islands. Got a bunch of viewer requested flights. And they're all, I think all these flights are about 2 to 3 hours, so they'll all work. And if I'm not feeling any of those flights, we might do a US tour flight. I don't have, like I said, I don't have VATSIM set up, and it's too much. I need to be able to step away and do other things. I can't sit in front of my computer and do a VATSIM, unfortunately. Not right now. But as I said, going once we get settled into the new house and everything, might be more of a possibility to see if we can get that kind of stuff scheduled. Yeah, the problem with VATSIM is it depends on where I'm flying. Like right now, yeah, if I was flying Central Germany, they've got a ton of coverage, but like I said, I can't plan my flights around VATSIM because I don't know when I'm going to be actually able to do the flight. What sim are you on? If you're on a Microsoft Flight Simulator, you're welcome to join. I'm on the multiplayer. But
Radar 3473 at flight level 70, climbing, flight level 90.
3473, radar contact, continue climb, flight level 90.
Continue climb, flight level 90, 3473.
hey, we're just about 24,000 feet. Alright, so we're going to be flying into the evening here. It is 1850 Zulu, and I believe our time zone, we're about an hour ahead, I think. Or an hour behind. Confused how we're an hour ahead, actually. It makes, yeah, it's 7:50.
IC 417, climb and maintain, flight level 260, contact Ronald's Way, radar 120.85.
Climb and maintain, flight level 260, contact Ronald's Way, radar 120.85, ICF 417.
Alright, Ronald's Way.
Ronald's Way, radar ICF 417 at flight level 240, climbing, flight level 260.
IC 417, radar
Yep, 750.
contact, proceed direct
Yeah,
northbound,
1950.
uniform depart, continue climb, flight level 260.
That's what's confusing because Zulu time is UK time, I thought.
Flight level 260.
And we're actually further west, so you'd think it would be, I don't know. I don't know. A little confused. Alright, we're climbing to 26,000. We're quickly there. What other shots do we have here? A couple of windows. As we fly over Ireland. Actually, we're over Northern Ireland now. Enniskillen on our left. Over there.
climb and maintain. Flight level 300. Contact Scottish Centre 119.87.
Climb and maintain. Flight level 300. Contact Scottish Centre 119.87. ICF 417. Scottish Centre ICF 417 at flight level 260. Climbing flight level 300.
I'm not sure how many more flights I'll get in. I'm hoping to at least get one more flight in today. And if we can, we might be able to squeeze two. Depends on how long the flights are.
ICF 417.
Alright, down there, that is lower low N. Or Loch. Probably Loch, right? Lower Loch N? Something like that, Loch. I don't know. A lake. Alright, we're continuing our climb to 30,000 feet. Turn off our wheel well lights. On the anti-ice. And let's see. Yeah.
Centre ICF 417. Request climb. Flight level 360.
ICF 417. Continue climb. Flight level 360. Expect flight level 360 after Denman.
Continue climb. Flight level 360. Expect flight level 360. After Denman ICF 417.
I-417, contact Scottish Centre 119.87.
Contact Scottish Centre 119.87. I-417. Scottish Centre I-417 at flight level 350. Climbing flight level 360.
I-417, radar contact. Continue climb, flight level 360.
Continue climb flight level 360. I-417.
moments, our lovely flight attendants will be starting our in-flight service. We'll be serving complimentary drinks and snacks. Premium drinks are available for a small charge. Please note we only accept credit cards.
ISO 417, proceed direct Bravo Romeo Echo Kilo India, contact China Oceanic, Center 123.905.
Proceed direct Bravo Romeo Echo Kilo India. Contact Shannon Oceanic Center 123.905. ISF 417. Shannon Oceanic Center ISF 417 at flight level 360.
ISO 417, radar contact, maintain, flight level 360.
Maintain flight level 360. ISF 417.
Alright, just eating some lunch right now and just cruising. Cruising at flight level 360, 36,000 feet. Thanks everyone who's watching. We're about halfway between Dublin and Iceland, so Ireland and Iceland. Right now over the... I don't know if there's a specific name of this area of the ocean or it's just the North Atlantic. Between Ireland and Iceland. Really nice clouds. Again, it's about... I'm gonna have to look and see what time it is. Well, it's 1951 Zulu, so it is 2051, 8:51, I think, time-wise. Oh no, we're back in the same time. So it is 7:51 p.m. as we head toward Iceland, and that makes sense actually that we're gonna start going. Okay, we got this fuel button. I was looking at that just before. See right there, 0.01. That means we can actually turn off our center fuel pumps. We won't be needing those anymore. That light goes away. And we're just going to pump the 7.8 thousand kilos from our wing tanks. Just amazing looking clouds below us. We got cloud cover almost the whole way, and it just looks really awesome. It's hard to believe it's 7:51 at night, the way it looks right now. That's why I went with live time. I figured, well, the real life flight, I believe I had it scheduled for 11:30 in the morning, but I figured, well, we're flying up to Iceland. It's summer. At the worst, we'll get an evening sun setting as we're landing, but the way we're going right now, I don't even know if that's going to happen. I looked on the forums for the FS HUD ATC, and I think, hopefully, figured out the issue with the sound cutting in and out, at least on my end. Well, especially for you guys, you would have heard it with Pack X, and if I was playing Spotify music. We're going to see how that works when we come in for landing and setting up for the next flight. I haven't decided what flight I want to do next yet. By the time we land, it's going to be almost 4 o'clock here, my time, so probably a shorter one if I can find it. I was hoping to do 2 long ones or get 3 flights in a day, but just get busy with everything, busy with life.
contact Narsarsuaq Center 121.3.
Contact Narsarsuaq Center 121.3. ICF417. Narsarsuaq Center ICF417 at flight level 360.
ICF417, radar contact, maintain, flight level 360.
Maintain flight level 360. ICF417.
IC417, expect file 3 November, arrival, Dixon ILS, Zulu, approach, runway 01, report when ready for descent.
File 3 November, arrival Dixon ILS.
Oh crap, I forgot to turn on the microphone.
Report when ready for descent.
I was talking about how the ATC gives us this clearance and we have that all in there already. It's really awesome. I mean, again, I know it's not VATSIM, but it's really nice. They already got us our arrival and we are now ready for descent.
417, ready for descent.
And we can get our clearance so that we don't miss our
proceed to reach Bravo Alpha Sierra Lima uniform, descend and maintain, flight level 190.
Alright, 190.
Proceed direct Bravo Alpha Sierra Lima uniform, descend and maintain, flight level 190, IC417.
So because we have VNAV on, the plane will begin the descent automatically once it hits that top of the descent right there. If it doesn't, we'll just come over here and hit that altitude intervention button. Yep, VATSIM is... I know. The problem with VATSIM is where I fly. And if there are controllers on it, it's no fun to me if I'm flying this route and I have no control anyway. So I'm coming in... I'm approaching Iceland. Iceland's not on right now. There's no one in Iceland. So... yeah, VATSIM is fun. I did an event. I did San Francisco to LA once, and that was fun. And I did have coverage the whole way, so that was really cool. And I did that one from Berlin to I think Zurich or Geneva. That one was a little okay, but then it got weird at the end. So, there goes the plane. It's already descending. And that little arrow is going to basically be the... I don't know if that's supposed to be 3 degrees or whatever, but that is the descent. The VNAV descent. I streamed the one where I did Berlin to Zurich or Berlin to Geneva, and that one was, it was actually 2 VATSIM events. There was a VATSIM Germany was doing like Berlin, and there was coverage, and I think they were doing it in conjunction with VATSIM Switzerland, and there was coverage the entire way. It was just, there was so much traffic in Geneva that it was like it was just holding, and I didn't have, at that point, the A32NX didn't have the hold yet, so I couldn't do the hold automatically with the plane. Now I'd be much more comfortable. I would be much more comfortable doing VATSIM now because of the planes. This plane, I'm not 100% on this plane yet, but obviously on the A32NX you got the holds now and pretty comfortable. Oh yeah, the A32NX does everything by itself.
IC417, descend and maintain, flight level 100, contact Aquarari, approach 118.2.
Descend and maintain.
Are you asking if the A32NX descends on itself? It doesn't yet, unless it has VNAV, and at least the development version doesn't. Last time I've downloaded it, but I think the experimental they do have a form of VNAV. It's getting there. It's a freeware product. I love it. It's my favorite plane to fly. I need to fly this plane more because I started flying in the Boeing environment and then switched over to the Airbus with Microsoft Flight Simulator. But the Airbus is definitely, especially the A32NX, is very much easier than this. There's so much going on in the Boeing. It's a little bit more hands-on, but I like both of them. I like the CRJ. I like to fly different planes in this sim. Keep it fresh. It would obviously be much easier if I was just flying the A32NX all the time, because then I wouldn't have to think. I'm not going to get the Phoenix just because there's no reason for me to have two A320s. I'd rather save up to get the 777 from PMDG eventually. I'm looking forward to that whenever that comes out. I'm looking forward to the freeware A350. Once I get that, we're going to do a flight from JFK to Singapore. That's real life on the A350. We could probably do it on, I'm not sure if we could do it on the 747 or the 787. Eventually, I mean, you are going to buy the Phoenix because you have the 32NX. I think if we didn't have the A32NX, I would go for the Phoenix if I was interested in the Airbus. Obviously, the Airbus came with the sim, and so then the modding community did its work on it and made it really awesome. And so there was almost no point for me. There's just, I mean, if I had a bunch of money laying around, I'd be like, okay, I'll pick it up and fly it and see how much more detail. I know it's more detailed. I know it's more, further along than the A32NX. But again, you can't beat free in my book. So I'd rather save for a plane that I don't have. I mean, I already have the A320. I know it's the Neo, and that's the current engine option. They're two different planes technically, but they're basically the same thing. I'd rather get, like in this example, I got the Boeing 737. I'd love to get some bigger planes. If there was a payware A380 or the 777 for the Boeing, I know PMDG, that's going to be in the pipeline. Yeah, same thing. I don't trust. I'm guessing you say I don't tour the 47. I guess you're saying a 747. You just got it mixed up. You don't trust it or you don't use it. I mean, I've done a long haul. I don't know how long that flight was. I'll have to check, but I did from Hong Kong. I did UPS 1 from Hong Kong to Cologne, Germany, and I can't remember how long that flight was. But whenever I put in the flight, any plane I put in, even the A350, if I put it in sim brief, it says it exceeds the fuel or exceeds the range. Now in the A350 it must work in the A359 because that's the real life flight that they do for Singapore Airlines between JFK and Singapore. So that's in the pipeline for a flight I'd like to do. We'll see if there's a plane that I can do it in. I have to see what the UPS flight I did was, because it was a pretty long one. I've done some pretty long flights. That was when I streamed. I didn't stream early on when I got Microsoft Flight Simulator. I did a flight from, I think, Heathrow to Tokyo on British Airways. But there are some flights I think I have. Oh, one I know we can do, and we're going to do in the 787. We're going to do El Al Israel from Tel Aviv over to New York to JFK. So that will be an overnight flight at some point. An overnight stream. Okay, so I have two flight options for tonight. One is we could do the next World Tour flight, Flight 161 from Iceland to the Faroe Islands. And that'll be on the A320X, that'll be the Airbus. It'll be Atlantic Airways. Or we could do my next US tour flight, which would be our third flight in the US tour, from New Orleans to Orlando. And that'd be on Frontier Airlines, again I think in the Airbus. You could hit that 9,000 sub. I'd love to have 9,000 subs. Like, are you saying like if I hit 900 subs, we could do the long haul? Well, the long haul is just going to be sometime. I'm planning on sometime in August probably, but I wanted to do it last night, and then it just kind of got late, and like the one I was planning on all night was the Singapore one, and I wasn't sure if we'd be able to actually do that long. So, nothing saying we can't do it next time I have off. Like, my plan would be to do it the night after I get home from work, start the flight, and then obviously end it in the morning, early afternoon, whatever, whenever we get to our destination. So, but they'll be coming. Hopefully we'll get a few more, and once we get into our new place and get things set up, and be able to hopefully do a little bit more flexibility on the streaming. Have my own space a little bit. Right now I'm sharing, my computer room has become partly the nursery too, or the changing room for the baby. And it's crawling space, and there's not enough room in here for all of us sometimes, so. Alright, we're coming up on Baslu. Put that away, and bring up like that. That's the airport, we don't need that. We need Star Trek. Alright, so we're coming up on Baslu. We have a hold point here at Elsig. We need to be below 12,000 feet at Kilo Foxtrot 386. You can see that right there, 12,000 Bravo or below. It's going to be right there. Yeah, you can see we're just coming in. Once we get the decks on, we're going to be max 230 knots. Above 3,500 feet, so we'll be below 7,000, above 35. We're going to try to be as close to 35 as possible. Then we jump over to the approach chart. And important information on here, we want VOR, if we want to do VOR, but we are doing ILS. 14 degrees, 111.3 India Kilo November. Coming in from decks on, and then we're going to go down to 2,500 feet. And that's where we're going to, that's where we're going to turn for our final approach. We should be at 210 knots, 2,500 feet, and then we will descend to 1,800 by Suðurnesjabær, and that's where we'll capture the glide slope. Come on in. Got our minimum 335, so I'm gonna put that minimum in 335 on the barrow. Oops, wrong way. 330, and I'm right. Oh no, you guys can see it, it's right there. Like, is my little fly pad hiding it? 335, so right there. That's gonna be our minimums. I already have our approach speed reference. We're gonna have go flaps 30 degrees, 136 knots for our approach speed. Sasha's just about to land at Echo Delta Delta Mike. That's Munich, right? Yeah, at some point we're going to do a flight.
Cleared bomb 3 November. Arrival.
Alright, so we're cleared for the arrival, the approach.
Arrival ICF417.
So here we come on in. This thing's telling us we need to switch to our pressure. That's not right because our transition is at 7,000 feet right there. I'm not sure where I can switch that. Let's see if I can get a index. Index, there it is. Let's see.
Icelandair 417, descend and maintain 4,200 QNH 1003, contact Keflavík final approach 119.15. Descend and maintain 4,200. Contact Keflavík final approach 119.15. ICF417. Keflavík final approach ICF417. Val 3 November. Arrival at flight level 120. Descending 4,200. Ice Airport 17. Radar contact. Continue descent 4,200. QNH 1003. Continue descent 4,200. ICF417.
The flight crew has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. Please return to your seat and fasten your seatbelt. We have begun our final descent to your destination. Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin to collect any trash one final time. Please ensure tray tables are stowed and seats are in the full upright position. Please also store any carry-on items either in the seat back pocket or under the seat furniture. Please complete all Wi-Fi related tasks and stow any larger electronics.
Thanks, 737 Baron. Alright, we're going to go to ground pressure 1003. Transition was at 7,000 feet. And I think we're not supposed to be below 7,000. Oh no, that's our ceiling. We're good. Deck's on, we need to be above 3,500 feet. Max speed at 230 knots.
Icelandair 417, proceed direct to Dexon. Descend and maintain 4,200. Contact Keflavík. Approach 119.3. Proceed direct to Dexon. Descend and maintain 4,200. Contact Keflavík. Approach 119.3. Icelandair 417.
Alright, so we got our ILS 111.3 and of course 14 degrees. Put that in the course for both sides here.
Icelandair 417, radar contact, continue descent 2,500.
Continue descent 2,500. Icelandair 417.
Icelandair 417, clear Dixon ILS Zulu, approach at 2,500, runway 01, report established on localizer.
Clear Dixon ILS Zulu, approach at 2,500, runway 01, report established on localizer, Icelandair 417.
Alright, we're going to make the turn here. We're going to get established on the localizer. We're going to report that. Got flaps at 5 degrees. There's the runway in sight. I'm going to hit the approach button.
Icelandair 417, established on localizer.
Icelandair 417, contact Keflavík, tower 118.3.
Contact Keflavík Tower 118.3. Icelandair 417. Keflavík Tower, Icelandair 417, on final 01.
Icelandair 417, continue approach.
Continue approach, Icelandair 417.
Alright, we've captured the glide slope. We're coming in.
Icelandair 605, heavy, cross runway 1901, when vacated contact ground
Flaps 15 degrees.
121.49.
Cross runway 1901, when vacated contact ground 121.9. Icelandair 605, heavy.
Landing gear down.
Tower, Icelandair 605, heavy. Runway 28, ready for departure.
Keflavík Tower 4101 heavy runway 28 ready for departure. I-605 heavy contact Keflavík final approach 119.15.
Contact approach 119.15. Icelandair 605 heavy.
4101 heavy contact Keflavík final approach
Spoilers arm.
119.15.
We only want 30 degrees.
Contact approach 119.15. 4101 heavy. Keflavík Tower 3515 runway 28 ready for departure. ISO 417 wind 340 degrees at 19 knots clear to land 01.
Cleared to land 01. ISO 417.
3515 contact Keflavík final approach 119.15. Contact approach 119.15 3515.
Approaching minimums. Minimums. $100. 50. 30. 20. 10.
ISO 417 when vacated contact ground 121.9er.
When vacated, contact ground 121.9. ISF 417.
Still can't get my thrust reversers. Really, I think I have to do it manually like this. I don't have them mapped right. I think. I pressed my trigger button and it doesn't do anything. So I have to figure out what to map them to. Alright, well, while we're doing this, we're going to clear. I believe I'm going to vacate to the left. Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached our destination. The local time is 8:47 p.m. and it's currently about 11 degrees Celsius.
I don't know if that was butter, but it wasn't terrible. At least I don't think it was terrible. Alright, we're going to vacate at Kilo 1. Right here. While we're doing that, we're going to turn on the APU.
Keflavík ground, ISF 417, runway vacated with November 4.
ISO 417, taxi to gate 3 via November 4, Echo 4, Kilo 1, Echo 4, November 4, November 12.
Taxi to gate 3 via November 4, Echo 4, Kilo 1, Echo 4, November 4, November 12, ISF 417.
Probably. Yeah, from this point, probably an hour. Probably half an hour from when I finish this stream. Once I get parked, I'll send a link out. I think we're gonna do. Let me know which ones you guys like to see. Would you like to see a U.S. flight, New Orleans to Orlando, or would you like to fly out of here, Iceland, over to the Faroe Islands? Both are going to be in the Airbus A320. Both are going to be just under 2-hour flights. I don't really want to do anything longer than that because then it keeps me free for the evening. Hopefully we'll be finished by 7 o'clock, and because I need to get to bed by 9 at the latest. Got work tomorrow. So, alright, so we are taxiing. We got the APU coming up. Turn off the landing lights. If I can find the buttons. Position lights off. Same with the TCAS. Yeah, maybe we could set it up to do flight in the storm. I don't know, the reason I don't like to do flights in the storm, I like to do live weather, and if we hit a storm, that's always fun. But we'll see. The reason I don't want to just set it up to be a storm is because I don't want to storm the whole way, and I like to be able to see. I like to be able to see where we're going. You know, we got to see us coming in Iceland. That was nice. There. Oh, I think these are a lot of these planes are actually static planes. I don't know how many of them are actually Alpha India Group. Whoever did this upgrade, I think, put static planes in, which is, I think, if you're a content creator, if you're making airports, you know, make a static one and make a static version and make a non-static version. You know, just so that people can use AIG or VATSIM or whatever it is. All right, we're going over to November 12. We're on November 4 right now. November 12 is the other side here of the terminal. And if you're gonna put in static planes, try to get like actual liveries for your static planes. Unless there's just a couple of people here flying. I mean, these could be online people flying, and as I said, VATSIM is there's limitations to the VATSIM. I mean, it's good when you're in a place like during an event or a place where there's lots of coverage and flights going on. It's not so good when... Yep, I've used model matching. I need to just make sure it's updated. I updated the client and everything else. I just need to plan on it, and I need to find a flight. Like, you know, if I'm flying during the day, a good place to fly would be in Europe then, because there are lots of VATSIM coverage in Europe, especially Germany and stuff. So, you know, once I get that kind of into that setup and, you know, plan on doing it. But right now I'm doing the World Tour flights, and the World Tour flights just, it doesn't really work for VATSIM always because there's just no coverage where I'm going a lot of times at the times I'm flying. And I don't want to go to an airport and there be no planes. Alright, let's hit the parking brake. Parking brake. There we go. Alright, and we can close. I'm going to close the ATC. Obviously, put that back on. Yeah, when we're on the ground, it seems like frame rate goes to crap now for some reason. Alright, so we're on the ground. First thing we're going to do, we're just going to try to do everything backwards, basically. Alright. So actually, our anti-ice could have come off already. Window heat. Probe. Wheel well lights on. Anti-collision should have been on. That's our... We forgot to put that on. That should have been on. Taxi lights and everything can come off. APU is on, so we'll do the APU generator. Bleed, and we'll switch to APU gen. Let's see, we'll start doing the disconnecting the engines. Bring them down. I'm sorry about that, Sasha. Yeah, I need to get into a point where we can. It's like, okay, we're gonna do this flight. 730. You know, this is gonna be the time I'm doing a stream, and I'm doing it no matter what. It's just, it's hard to get everyone else on board with that in the house. 737 Baron. Yeah. Well, I've already flown to Budapest on this world tour. If you would like to see Budapest again, give me an airport you'd like me to take off from, or if you want me to take off from Budapest, give me a flight. I'd love to fly into Budapest again, or fly out of Budapest, one or the other. I think Budapest had a pretty decent freeware airport, if I'm remembering right. So, give me 2 airports for a better likelihood of me getting that flight in sooner rather than later, and make it a shorter flight. But I have no problem if you make it a 2-3 hour flight, but it'll be easier for me to squeeze that in at some point if it's a little bit shorter. But yeah, give me your departure and give me your arrival, and I will set that up and we'll put it in, and at some point we'll get in there. Now, I don't want everything to come out of Heathrow. I mean, I don't mind, but you know, obviously I got a bunch of requests that's like, it's all everything's London. Let's see, everyone wants to just fly somewhere, London to somewhere. Alright, so the engines should be coming down. Yes, they are. Alright, we're going to go into our computer over here. We're going to go ground services. We need to set the wheel chocks. There they are. Request the ground power. Don't need the fuel truck. Jetway will get that soon. We're going to request the unloaders. And we're going to get that GPU still connected. There it is. So we're going to switch over to that. Ground power on. And we're going to turn off the APU. I forgot to put this in. I killed all the passengers technically because I didn't put in our flight altitude. I forgot that. That's a big one. I guess it just didn't. Crazy thing on X-Plane is like you would actually pass out if you didn't have your things right there. Alright, we're going to turn off the seatbelts, turn off the anti-collision lights. Back in here I'm going to get my jetway to come out, hopefully. It's not going to be functional. So we're going to do, we could always do stairs, since the jetway is not going to be functional for us. See those stairs, so we'll request 2 stairs. Next stream, once this stream ends, will probably be half an hour. I'll give myself half an hour to get things set up. Let me just look. Do stairs, and we're gonna put the. I think we need the PAX bus too. And we just go 0, I believe, and hit start. PAC-X is already deplaning. Okay. Actually, you can go to the doors. I think I need to do. Oops. Doors, doors, doors. Okay, doors are open. Passengers should be able to get off the plane. Yeah, let me, I want to kind of get these guys to go, but it's not working. Alright, let's look at VATSIM, or not VATSIM, Volanta, and see what the landing rate was. Volanta, Volanta, where are you? So we need to open this up. Alright. Alright, here's Volanta. Let's see, we... my right plane on here. Keep track of it. Alright, stats. Landing rate was negative 364, so that was not butter at all. It was a little bit firm. A little bit on the firm side. So there's our flight right out of Dublin. No problems. Come in, perfect approach. And just a little firm on that landing. G-force though. Perfect G-force, right? Landing speed, I think I got a little slow there, at least what it's saying. 2 hours, 7 minutes for the flight. Yep, there's the bus. So now we can start to deplane officially with the plane itself. We go back into the checklist. While they are deplaning, and they're kind of... I didn't do a great job of getting this plane all set up. But turn off the yaw damper, pitot heat switches, probe already off, engine start switches both off. Let's see, all the pumps can come off, hydraulics, fuel pumps. Let's see, external lights all off, emergency lights. Basically stop here. We're going to stop here because passengers are still deplaning and maybe there'll be another flight using this plane. Sasha, nice! Yep, we stuck that one. I'm having a hard time, you know, this plane definitely is a little bit harder to land. I haven't gotten the landing down yet. Missed the flight. It's alright. Alright, we're gonna do another flight. It's gonna take me, you know, give myself about a half an hour to set up the next one. Let's look at the world map before we finish this one out. And we have two options for flights. We can either fly to the Faroe Islands, Iceland to the Faroe Islands, or we can do New Orleans to Orlando in the United States. So which one would you guys like to see? US flight or the next world tour flight? Let me know. There's two flight options. Let me know before we end this part of the stream. Go to intermission because yeah, Faroe. I don't know. I haven't even looked. I'm sure I'm going to screw that one up. Oliver's going US. I'm kind of leaning towards US just because I know that Orlando's not a terrible place. Yeah, I'm going to need... Maybe we'll do the US flight because I probably should look and make sure... but let me check. Maybe we'll... You know, Sasha wants to go with the next world one, so it looks like X-Last Kiwi's got the kind of the deciding vote, unless some other people come in. But I wouldn't mind doing a US flight. It's just been a while since I've done a US flight, so maybe we'll do that. And we'll save the world tour one for the weekend. Alright, so let's look at the world map. There it is. And we are in, for the first time, Iceland. There it is. Alright, so next flight will be over to the Faroe Islands, and then back, and then over to Greenland, and then back to Iceland, and then finally over to Canada and the New World. So, let's go out here. So thanks for coming along on this flight up to Iceland with me in the Boeing 737, the PMDG Boeing 737. VATSIM would be fun. I just don't have time. I cannot. I have to be able to step away at a moment's notice right now. It's too... There's way too much going on in this house when we do VATSIM right now. It's too much. It's too much for me to handle. You know, it's enough for me to just try to get the flight off the ground as it is right now with people coming in and out of this door. And So we're gonna use FS HUD ATC, which I really like, and we will do VATSIM. There will be VATSIM at some point going here, but I'm looking on the VATSIM map right now, and if we're flying to Orlando, New Orleans to Orlando, there's no point in really using VATSIM because there's no coverage, or there's center coverage, and that's it. And you know, I prefer to do an event where we have all kinds of coverage. All right, so I'm gonna I actually need to set up. I think I need to set up a whole new screen for that. Give me a moment here. Making this next stream for YouTube to Orlando, Florida. I don't have any of that set up. I'm ready to go. I thought I had everything ready for this next flight, and I don't, of course. Because I don't check everything 3 times. Alright, well, we'll just get it in here. You guys can get a link. Come on. This month. Yeah, Iceland is so pretty. So, yeah, we'll do a US flight here because it's been a while, and yeah, I'd love to do some flight just flying around Iceland. I don't know what it looks like, to be honest. Alright, here's the link for the next stream. Here it comes. And that's going to be New Orleans to Orlando, Florida. And I'm going to go to intermission for everyone on Twitch, and if you're watching on YouTube, click on that link, get ready for the next stream. And we'll be ending this one, and I will see you over there. We'll be in Frontier Airlines on the Airbus A320NX. I am on multiplayer US server East if you want to come along and fly along. I'm not going to be doing VATSIM right now. I need to have it planned and be ready to go into it. I can't just start it up in the next 20 minutes and have it all doing what it's supposed to be doing. Make sure my keys are right. So we're just going to do the flight. We're going to do it offline, well, multiplayer, but if you want to join live, you can do that. Alright, so I'll see you in about 4:30. 4:30 to 4:40. I'll see how quickly I can get everything set up.